Hello friends, I've been filming like crazy and I didn't realize that I didn't grab an intro for this particular video. So hi, I just got out of the shower, my hair is still wet. Today I wanted to share with you guys a couple of side dishes that I've been loving making. I thought it'd be a perfect way to share different side dishes that you guys could bring this weekend or next weekend to Christmas parties because it is so simple, they're so healthy, and they're really, really yummy. Today I want to share with you this super simple roasted cauliflower recipe. It is honestly my favorite thing to eat at the moment. Every time I make it and Glenn smells it, he gets his like little happy dance on. It is so good, I can't even explain. So I'm gonna share how to do that, and then I'm gonna show you how to do a lentil salad. It's like less than 10 ingredients, takes less than 10 minutes to make. And then the last thing is my favorite in the world, kale salad. Like, even if you don't like kale, this kale salad will make you like kale. It is one of those recipes that you're like, this is just too good. So that's the plan for today. I hope you guys enjoy. Please try making these. It is so simple and you are going to have one happy tummy. I was only making dinner for Glenn and I, so I thought I would only use one head of cauliflower. I'm setting my oven on and starting on the sauce. When I cook, I never do exact ingredients. I kind of just add them until it tastes right. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, but when you start out, use someone else's recipe as a rough base and then just adjust from there. I was going for a savory, spicy, tangy with a little bit of sweetness, and you don't need to have exact ingredients. You can always substitute your sweet for like agave or honey, or swap your hot kind of flavoring for chili or jalapenos. You can kind of play around with it, whatever's in your fridge, try to use that. Make sure you coat the cauliflower evenly in the sauce and go grab your pan. Now the trick with putting it on the pan is trying to not get all of the sauce on the pan, kind of leave that in the bowl, and make sure that the cauliflower is as spread apart as it can be on the pan.
20 minutes later.
I set an alarm for 25 minutes, but I always put it in for longer. You want the cauliflower to kind of be a little bit charbroiled at the top.
A few minutes later.
Make sure you keep an eye on it, but if it's taking forever, just put it on broil. I love to top these with sesame seeds for extra iron and some fiber, as well as some green onion and a ton of cilantro. I love cilantro, so I will eat it on everything. I also serve it with a half-cut lime. You are actually going to weep tears of joy when you eat this. I swear to God, it is so good. Okay, this next one is super simple. Open up a can of lentils, make sure you rinse them. Always rinse your beans or things that come from cans. Take a half a cucumber and slice her on up. I only said half a cucumber because that's all I'm using. You can use more if you want. I'm also cutting up a ton of cherry tomatoes. Also slicing up 2 green onions, and I will be adding that to the bowl with everything else. And then I'm adding some dill to the overall mixture, and then adding some apple cider vinegar, just a bit of a splash to give it a bit of tangy taste. Also adding some lemon juice for a bright citrusy taste, and some balsamic reduction. I absolutely love the sweetness that it just kind of adds to this dish. Smothering everything in black pepper and again in cilantro. I'm so sorry, you don't have to put cilantro if you don't want to. You could also use basil and it would taste amazing. I'm also adding peptas and hemp hearts to the overall mix for some extra protein. Here is that kale salad that I'm so excited to share with you guys. Okay, turn your oven on and grab your kale. You want to take the stem out and then ribbon cut it as thin as possible. Instead of putting my lemon juice into my dressing, I like to put it directly onto the kale because the acidity in it helps to loosen up the kale so it's not as tough. So I like to kind of get that marinating right away. And then we move on to the nuts, and I love these. They are so yummy. So take your pecans and spread them across the pan and just pop them in the oven. Make sure you keep an eye on them because if they burn, they taste terrible. And while that's in the oven, I'm starting in on the dressing, and I'm mixing the garlic, black pepper, and olive oil. And then I'm adding some almond milk. Blend everything until it's silky smooth, and then adjust to taste if need be.
A few minutes later.
into a clean blender, I'm adding some nutritional yeast to the pecans that we toasted. And I like to do a larger amount of this so I can store it in the fridge because it tastes so good as a topper for pretty much everything. I then pulse it on the blender. You want to keep it kind of chunky so you still have nice crunchy chunks. Then add it to your salad and mix around, making sure that every piece has some of this nut mixture. Sometimes I add hemp hearts to this. It tastes so good. This time I'm adding cranberries and that finishes it off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the recipes that I shared today. Don't forget to tag me if you do end up trying out any of these. I would love to see your recreations. I will see you in the next Christmas video tomorrow. Bye.